Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be trying some new launches from Jane Iredale. It's been a while since I featured their products on my channel, but they make some amazing products. There's a lip liner and a lip oil that I am totally obsessed with. This lemongrass facial mist smells amazing, so I'm very curious to check out their new products. So if you guys are too, then just keep watching. So these are the new products we have to try. We've got a whole assortment. I think there's a primer in here, some foundation, some concealer, some bronzing products, some blush, some highlights. So a whole plethora of products for today. Okay, so the first new product we have to try is the Smooth Affair Illuminating Glow Face Primer. I've previously tried Jane Iredale's like tinted moisturizers and I love the way they smell. They have this kind of like the similar lemongrass scent to a lot of their products. Their lip glosses have that, their face products. This is what it looks like, and it says...
An illuminating hydrating primer with an incandescent pearl glow helps maintain the skin's youthful appearance by minimizing the appearance of pores and fine lines, preps skin so makeup goes on easier, and helps to extend wear. Massage a pea-sized amount, follow with your favorite foundation and hydration spray for flawless all-day makeup. Can be used alone to give skin an illuminating glow.
So it looks like white in color. I would say a little bit gold in glow. Maybe not, but it definitely has like an incandescence to it. I mean, without and with, you can definitely see the difference. On the face, it just looks moisturized. It doesn't necessarily look pearlescent. It sunk into my hand pretty quickly. It's not sticky. I don't know, I don't really see like a pearlescent glow. I just see like hydrated, fresh skin. So that's product number one. Next, we have a new concealer. This one's been around for a little while. I haven't had a chance to get my hands on it. This is the Enlightened Plus Under Eye Concealer with SPF of 30. You guys know I love my SPF products for the under eyes. Ooh, it's got one of the metal tips. Now, how do I dispense this? Pump. Okay, so I was correct. You are supposed to pump this, but mine, since it didn't come in a box, it just came like this. Perhaps it dried out, but there was a hardened piece inside and it would not allow it to come out, so it does actually pump out. And the directions say to pat on with your finger. This is what the shade looks like right here. Normally I apply concealer with a sponge, but I'm going to pat it on. I'm going to apply it with this cooling wand and then pat it with my fingers. It's a very thick consistency. It's not runny at all. Almost feels like I'm putting like a sticky primer on. I definitely have too much under the under eye, so I'm going to try to like take some elsewhere on the face here. Okay, so I don't think this is great for dry or mature skin. It's very thick and I feel like it kind of settles into lines. So I'm not going to say this is my favorite product just yet. The packaging was faulty to begin with. It wouldn't pump out and it's just very, very thick on me. So I don't know, we'll see how it wears throughout the day. It's definitely high coverage and a very thick concealer, but we'll see. Next, we have a new foundation. This is the Amazing Base Loose Mineral Powder with a refillable brush.
It has an SPF of 20, broad spectrum, and water resistant for up to 40 minutes. It says it's an airy, loose mineral foundation that conceals redness and diffuses the appearance of fine lines and pores with a soft focus effect for a luminous finish. Apply all over your face in one layer for sheer coverage or more layers for buildable coverage. Prep skin with Smooth Affair facial primer, which I did before use, and finish with your favorite hydration spray.
So I have the shade Ivory and Satin. And I think satin was the best match, but I'll be honest, when I first opened this, I didn't know what this was or what I was supposed to do with it. So it comes like this. You have two little canisters and an empty dispenser bottle of some sort. Ah, that's the brush. Okay, so that makes more sense now that I know it has a lid. So I guess you're supposed to put these in here and brush it on. There's a Derma E product that I like in the summer that's similar to this, where you brush on your powder on your SPF. But let me read the directions to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So you undo the cap. Okay, there's some on the bottom. You insert in the bottom and twist canister into the bottom of the brush until secure. Okay. And then it says remove cap from top of brush. Turn base to unlock. Okay, so that's locked. Ah, unlocked. Okay, and the brush comes out, and then it says shake brush upside down to release product. Is this gonna make a giant mess? Okay, I'm seeing little bits of things coming out. Not much, just a little bit in the center. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna do half of my face and then we can compare. What's that noise? Is it supposed to do that? This spins, maybe, oh, and it comes right off. Oh, it's like, it's in here magnetically, so that's what you're hearing. This is just magnetically in there. Okay, I'm not personally seeing any coverage on this side, so we're gonna try to build it up. My brush is just spinning on my forehead. It's not, I'm not getting much traction here, guys. What on earth? I think that's what's happening. It's disconnecting from the base as I'm trying to use it. This is covering absolutely nothing. This isn't even sheer coverage. There's like nothing on my face. My face is still tacky. I mean, there's clearly powder here. It's just not coming through the brush. Okay, so I took the brush tip off and I dipped it into the lid of the refill. I want to see if I can actually get some product on my face. Yeah, see, you can see product now. Right there. So there's not enough product coming through this little brush. Okay, now it's a little bit more dispersed on the brush. Let's see if we have any more success. This is what I'm doing. I'm literally like tapping and smushing into a container to get it dispersed on the brush. There we go. Now we're getting some product coming out here. I've been applying the product on my face for close to 60 seconds now. And I have to say that the product mostly stays right in the center where it comes out. It doesn't disperse into the brush, which is why swirling around in something like just an empty container, why that was helpful for me. So now that I actually have powder on my face and it was coming out, I'm seeing a little bit of coverage here and around here, a little bit on the forehead. Obviously you can still see everything through it, and it might be a little bit too dark for me. Maybe a little. So perhaps the lighter shade would have been the better one to go with. But here is the before and after. So it definitely is like smoothed out and blurred a little, but not much coverage. So I'm gonna keep going and see what we can build this up to. Okay, now that my memory card is almost full from spending forever rubbing this into my skin, I'd say this is probably as much coverage as you're gonna get. I would say maybe medium coverage, but you can still see all my like freckles, my birthmark. I mean, even with concealer, I can still see my bags, unfortunately. So I don't know, that concealer didn't do a great job of concealing either. So far I'm gonna say I'm not a fan of this. I am curious though how much of that powder we used. I used quite a lot of powder already. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. The powder was up here, it's already down here. So I'd say I probably used about a fifth or sixth of this bottle. So if I keep going at that rate, this will only last me about 5 or 6 applications total. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I like the fact that it's that has a refill option, but it's not dispersing to the full brush, which means you're only getting a concentrated product in one part of this brush. It's only in the center, and like it doesn't come out easily, so you have to keep like tapping and brushing to get the product around like that. So it's just like a lot more fussing than just using a pressed powder or a loose powder and a brush. So I like that they have like a little refill option. I like that it has SPF in it. but this setup just doesn't really work for me. Next up is a product I am very excited about. It is the Peaches and Cream Bronzer. You ready? Isn't she pretty? So we have a light peachy shade, a mauve shade, more of like a rosy brown, and then more of like a rosy apricot shade here. There isn't a whole lot of brown in this actually for it to be a bronzer. So maybe it's gonna be more of like a glowy blush product for me, but let's swatch the 4 different shades. Here are the 4 shades. We have that light apricot one. Oh, that's a pretty highlight. Ooh, the mauve-y one. Here's the brownish one. Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, okay. So I think these are more like highlight and blush shades if you ask me. I don't think I'd personally be bronzing with this.
A light diffusing, bronzing, and illuminating pressed powder that contains 4 shades that can be mixed and matched for buildable, blendable, soft, luminous look.
So one thing that I do like about Jane Iredale's products is they sell refills for most things. So you don't have to continue buying the packaging and paying money for packaging and throwing away packaging to repurchase it. So it is a very eco-friendly brand. I really do like that about Jane Iredale's products. I'm tempted to use this as a highlight, but I have highlight sticks and blush sticks to share with you guys. So I don't know what to do. Maybe I will try the blush sticks first, and then if we need more glow. But no, I really wanted to try this. I'll try this on one side, and then we'll try the blush stick and highlight stick on the other side. There we go, compromise, guys. Life is full of compromises. I'm gonna use my Jane Iredale blending brush. It's like a duo fiber brush that I've used in the past for, what did I use this for? I think for foundation. I am going to swirl this and apply it to the cheeks as like a blush, but it is very dusty. So perhaps I need a softer brush in the future. All right, ready? There's no way that's a bronzer. But swirled together, it gives you a nice, like healthy, like back from the beach glow. I mean, I'm gonna try it on the forehead. I mean, it says it's supposed to be a beachy glow. Ready? Can you guys see that like spot of shine right there? I think that's too glowy for my forehead personally, but on the cheekbones as like a blushy shade, I like it. I wish I had a smaller brush. All right, I'm gonna go in with my Juno & Co. ES15 brush. It's a bit thinner. Maybe I can get like a specific color. Like I really wanna try this. I really wanna try this one on the end as an actual blush. And like you pick up product very easily. You don't need to tap in much. So that gives me like a nice apricot peach glow, but it's still very glowy. So I might wear this as a blush, but now I'm curious to use it as a highlight as well. Okay, so I'm gonna say that as a bronzer, maybe not so much. I mean, I'm gonna go into this dark brown and try that, just that shade on the forehead, and see if we get like more of a bronzy glow. It's giving me like a just off the beach, kind of burnt and shiny look. But this is too much shine for my forehead personally. I know I have a couple of like somewhat radiant bronzers like the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It and the Sungasm one from Catrice, and I like those, but they're not quite this shiny looking. So I think I would stick to this as a highlight and blush product. I don't think as a bronzer it's going to make the cut, but it is a beautiful highlighting powder. Beautiful. And I feel like if you're a makeup artist, you would have a lot of shades for different skin tones. Like I could use these 2 darker shades on my daughter's beautiful brown skin. On fair skin, you could use the one that I used. On medium skin, you could use this like mauvey pink one. So I feel like this is a really nice product for like a makeup kit. Next up, we have their Glow Time Blush and Highlight Sticks. I have 2 blushes and 1 highlight. So their packaging is very clean looking. It's just like the white packaging, same as the powder. Now it says
multitasking blush stick to reveal your inner glow, or multitasking highlighter stick to reveal your inner glow. It says how to apply. Apply to high points of the face and blend to add light and illuminate, or swipe across the apples of the cheeks, blend with fingers or a blending contouring brush.
So let's start off with the 2 blush sticks. We have Mist and we have Ethereal. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Ooh, so is that. All right, so Ethereal is this orange tone and Mist is this really pink, pretty pink tone. Okay, it looks like both shades have little tiny bits of micro glitter in them, like very, very fine. I don't think they would show up on the cheeks, but I think I'm gonna use both of them because the pink's a little too pink and the orange looks a little too orange. So I'm gonna start with the pink. That's a nice, pretty pink flush. Now I want to try this orangey one. And I didn't mention they twist up and down. And that just warmed things up a bit. And swiped on the cheek, I feel like you get more of the glitter particles than tapped on with the finger. I guess because my finger's like mixing it into whatever's underneath, but swiped on, you're getting like everything that's here. But that's pretty. I feel like I would like this combination, but I don't know if I'd use either of them independently of the other. I like the mixture of the apricot and the pink. Now that I am looking at my cheeks up close, I can kind of see reflective glitter bits. I'm not sure if it's going to come across on camera, but I can see several little bits of like silver glitter on my face, which is really unfortunate because I don't like that in a blush. I'm sorry, Jane Iredale. I know this is like a really downer video, but unfortunately none of these products have wowed me so far. I liked the primer and the highlight, but the other ones have been a flop, sadly, and I love their Cherries Jubilee gloss and their lip liners. So I don't know what's going on with this video. Maybe it's just like an off day for me. And we have 2 more products to try. We have the Cosmos Glow Time Highlighter Stick. Ooh, and it looks like an iridescent, like incandescent pink one, which I love right here. I mean, let me swipe it on a little. You guys can see like the hairs on my hand, but that's the shade. And I personally love these baby pink highlights. That's pretty. This reminds me a lot of a highlight that I used to love from Maybelline. It was the Maybelline and Gigi Hadid collaboration. There was like a pinky highlight in their palette that I loved, but of course it expired years ago. That collab was years in the past, but this reminds me a lot of that color. Like that soft pink with just like a hint of peach and a hint of purple if it's possible to have both. So I really like this one. So this side was the cream products. Much more youthful, and this side was the powder product, which obviously I went a little ham with because I wanted to see the colors, I wanted to see the difference. Way too much powder on this side, I'm aware. And the last new product we have to try are these glosses. They are the Hydro Pure Hyaluronic Lip Gloss. I love hyaluronic acid in my skincare. I don't know if I've ever had it in a lip product, so these are the 4 shades that Jane Iredale sent to me to share with you guys. We have 3 purples and a pink. So we'll start off with swatching them on my arm. This first one is Blossom. It's a bright pink. And they have a curved doe foot wand applicator. And these smell sweet. These don't have the same lemongrass scent that I loved from their previous gloss line. This one is Cosmo, which is also the name of that highlight I have on this side. Can you guys see them? Next is a super sparkly purple. This one is called Royale. That one has a much purplier base. These are both a little pinky. This one's definitely got the purplest base of all of them so far. And then the fourth one, we have Candied Rose, which doesn't look like a rose to me at all. That one's like a pretty hybrid between pink and purple. But honestly, they all look fairly similar. I don't know that you need all of them. Guess we'll try Candied Rose since it looks like it's a hybrid of pink and purple. I'm noticing I'm not getting much product on this little doe foot. Okay, it's a very thin gloss. It almost feels more like a lip balm than a lip gloss. It's very comfortable. It reminds me of this Miracle Balm from Burt's Bees, which is strange because this is like a solid and this is a goopy gloss. This one I apply with my finger. This one I apply with the wand. But they have a very similar feel. This surprised me. I really like this gloss. It doesn't add a whole lot of color, but they just look healthy. It's not sticky. Okay, I think we found a winner. Okay, so let's do the quick rundown. I think you guys already know my opinions on things. The Smooth Affair Illuminating Glow Face Primer. I would continue to use this. I liked this as like a hydrating, slightly glowy primer, but it isn't so much that you're gonna see sparkle over your face. It's a nice, subtle glow primer. So I like this. This Amazing Base Powder. I just find this packaging to be a little difficult to use. It's hard to get the product to come out. It's hard to get it to disperse on the brush. It's hard to evenly cover the skin. So I might use this again in the summer when I want some SPF protection, but as like a foundation, I don't know. I mean, looking at my face now, I feel like it looks really nice, surprisingly. So maybe I'll give it another shot and maybe I will try the lighter shade Ivory just because I feel like the color might be part of the issue. It's a little too dark for me. So I'm gonna say I'm on the fence about this one. While I don't love the packaging, the product inside is actually not bad. So on the fence, I'll try again and I will update you guys here. The concealer I don't personally like. It accentuates lines, kind of gathers in dry areas. Wasn't the highest coverage. I thought it was initially, but it's not very high coverage. And the packaging again was finicky. It wouldn't come out, wouldn't pump out. I had to like dismantle it. I took it apart in multiple pieces. Not my favorite. The Peaches and Cream bronzer. While I would never use this as a bronzer, I do think that it's really pretty as a highlight and a blush. I mean, this side of my face is glowing to outer space. So they're very pigmented products and a little goes a long way. So I think I will continue to use this one as a highlighting product, but not as a bronzer. The blushes, unfortunately, they have that like micro glitter and I can still see it on my cheek when I turn my head. I feel like I'd be like picking at my face to get the little glitter bits off all day. So I don't foresee myself reaching for these. The highlight stick though, I think is really pretty. And again, this one is in Cosmos. It's that really pretty iridescent pink shade, which I love. It looks beautiful on like fair and light skin tones. And the gloss is a surprising favorite as well. This feels so comfortable on my lips. My lips look nice and juicy without being sticky and goopy. I mean, they look really nice, right? And I have not done anything to my lips. I've never done fillers, injectables, nothing like that. So I think I'll be wearing this a lot in the winter, especially as my lips are drier. Really like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me play with new products from Jane Iredale. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Okay guys, I just want to pop on here and say that I opened up the lighter shade and the product dispensed almost immediately, and it's going onto my skin much more easily than the first one. So perhaps the first one was a fluke, but this one's doing well. It's still just mostly coming out here, and you really have to kind of distribute it in like a tray or something. But the color is going on a lot more easily. and I'm having a lot more success with this one. So perhaps there's like a learning curve to using this product. Just wanted to pop on and give you guys that update.